Ooh, what's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. Welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling 2013, where we're playing as the WWF in the year of 1998. We are booking Raw's War. This is the Raw after our last pay-per-view, which was Unforgiven. If anyone needs a refresher, let me just go to it real quick. Unforgiven, we got an 81B. In fact, WCW, I may add, also hosted a pay-per-view. I forget what pay-per-view it was. Maybe I'll remember to check after the show. They hosted the pay-per-view, and our pay-per-view did better than theirs. A booyah. A haboo. A yeah. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm no more being cocky and selling out. Selling out? Who cares? I also ended some storylines and started some new ones. We'll see the start of the Ahmed Johnson RVD storyline. I ended the Farouk Ahmed Johnson storyline because, well, let's be honest, Farouk lost twice in a row. There's only so much he can do. What else has he done to earn a title shot? I was just feeling like that really should just have ended. The Jeff Jarrett Taker storyline is continuing. We are going to have a storyline between Rock and Mankind, although I haven't really thought of a real premise behind it. My main idea is that The Rock just plainly doesn't like Mankind, thinks he's trash, and doesn't believe he belongs in the WWE and should go back to the garbage that he belongs in or something like that. That's basically my premise. If anyone has any better idea with that, we'll go with your idea if I like it. And then we have an interesting one here. This is going to be for the Light Heavyweight Championship, but, what the fuck? Get out of here. Some color scheme shit. Alright then. Anything can happen in my recordings. None of this ever happens, I may add, when I'm not recording. I'll let you guys just know that right now. I never get some random pop-ups. Nothing ever really happens. It's only whenever I'm decide to record that my computer's like, oh, by the way, did you want to do this? No, fuck off. I don't want to do anything. Okay, now that we're over that. So this feud right here is going to be for the Light Heavyweight Championship. It's kind of like a rematch between Brian Christopher and Taka Michinoku, but I am going to be having the team of Taka and Jushin Liger, and, well, Mark Miro and Brian Christopher, if you haven't been keeping up or you may have forgotten, which I don't believe you, we've been on a little bit of a break as of late. They were known as a team called the Kings, so we're going to have those teams kind of feud, but it's mostly a Brian Christopher, Taka Michinoku kind of feud with those two in the background. The Goldust and Owen Hart feud is going to continue. The Steve Austin feuding with DX feud kinda is continuing. We'll find out tonight on Raw. I don't want to spoil anything. And the winning combination in New Age Outlaws is coming to an end pretty soon. They are going to get their final match with each other at the next pay-per-view, with the New Age Outlaws getting their rematch clause. So, without further ado, let's book Monday Night Raw. I wanted to double check. I don't believe we had any backstage incidents. We have not. Although our backstage rules are having a negative effect, can we possibly do something about that real quick? What are our backstage rules? Is it my standards? We will provide a masseuse to massage your body. And if that still isn't enough for you, then I'm sorry, you can suck it. Really? Why are they having a negative effect? I wish it would, like, tell you what is negative, whatever. Well, fine, if it's not going to do anything, I'm not paying for it. Is it because I have no alcohol and drugs? Well, piss off. No alcohol and drugs backstage. Got a backstage rating of 90. Alright, we're focusing way too much on the backstage right now. So, what I would like to do is, we're kind of going to run an angle here. So it's going to be like kind of like the Too Many Contenders. And we're going to clone it. We're going to make it longer. We're going to make it about, let's make it, would 10 minutes be enough time? I'm trying to think of how I would like this angle to run. 10 minutes should be plenty of time, to be completely honest. And it's not necessarily going to be a Too Many Contenders. It's just kind of a way for me to okay. So this is going to be the start of the show. And basically what it is going to be is Mr. McMahon, or is it Vince McMahon? What is going on here? Okay, Mr. McMahon, as I thought, is out in the ring with Shawn Michaels and Triple H, and he's talking about how, you know, how they lost their match last night, blah blah blah, but that he saw it with his own eyes, and that Austin cheated. Austin and beat DX. DX beat DX basically, and he, no offense to DX, blah blah blah, says to them, and he says that how practically he's granting them another rematch at the next upcoming pay-per-view, and it'll be another triple threat match between. Actually, no, not a triple threat match. My apologies. He's going to say that it's going to be a handicap match between D-Generation X and Stone Cold Steve Austin, with whoever pinning Austin getting the title, or of course, if Austin wins, him retaining. This leads to Gorilla Monsoon, who we're pretending / acting like is a member of the corporate, who informs him that the board has overruled his decision, and is saying that since both Shawn Michaels and Triple H did indeed lose last night to Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin, that they can't both get a title shot, but that the board will grant one of them a title shot, and that will be determined tonight in our main event, as Triple H will take on Shawn Michaels in a one-on-one match. So Gorilla Monsoon makes. Oh wait, hold on, wait. Vince makes handicap match. Monsoon and the board overrules. Makes number one contender match. So have it be the full 10 minutes. I really think that'd be an awesome start to the show. It gets Gorilla Monsoon on the come on, McMahon. Now everyone's can't be scripted. Thanks a lot. Stupid. Whatever. This is if I was playing as Mr. McMahon. Someone said that I was actually able to fix that. So I think they said I have to go in like the options or something and add a second player and then just take out first player. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Either way, Vince makes handicap match. Monsoon. I don't know if I spelled his name right, but whatever. Did I? Yeah, I guess so. Monsoon makes it, the match. So then we'll do a match announcement that'll hype up the fact that we'll see Triple H taking on Shawn Michaels later on tonight. And then I think it would be fun to have a interview with Stone Cold hyping up the match later on tonight. We're gonna make it a triple threat thing, but it's not going to be the triple threat thing. It's mostly just going to be him, talking about how the two are going to be fighting each other later tonight. I also would like an argument to break out between the two. So if we can go to that, that'd be lovely. Let's do an argument between the two right here. Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Be like a 4-minute argument. Okay, D-Generation X are you? And then we're going to do guest color commentary. It'll be Stone Cold Steve Austin joining the commentary table. Let's add the match in. Triple H, Shawn Michaels. Would, out of curiosity, like to see both of their momentum. Both got some really good momentum. Triple H and Shawn Michaels going to be going one-on-one. Number one contender match. Steve Austin on the commentary table. have them go for the 15 minute. In fact, we're going to give them 16 minutes. Have them go the extra minute. And let's make this an open, slow-built match. It is going to be a little bit of a tainted victory here, with manager interference. Or not manager interference. Well, yeah, we'll do managerial interference, which will lead to the victory of Triple H. Triple H is going to get the victory over Shawn Michaels thanks to a little bit of interference from China to ensure that he's going to win. And Shawn Michaels won't even put over his own friend. What a pal. So that'll be the main event of the night. And that's pretty much all the story with that. So moving on from that, we have to do a #1 contender match that will make RVD the #1 contender. I also would like to do a Jeff Jarrett kind of mocking The Undertaker. So I think what we'll do is we'll have Worker is walking to the ring, and it'll be Jeff Jarrett. Not Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett. So Double J is walking to the ring. And then we'll not add match, excuse me. We'll do another angle where Double J is what would it be? I guess a promo. We'll say, Jeff Jarrett's cutting a promo on The Undertaker, talking about pretty much, just how he beat him last night and he thought Taker would put up more of a challenge, and I'm really going in for that southern accent there. Make a good 6-minute promo. We do need more matches, obviously. But before I do that, I want to do two things. I want to add one team, because I meant to do this earlier and it slipped my mind, and I have no idea why I just did it now. So we'll make this Taka and Liger. And I also want to double check to see if, nope, let's make Kid Cash Jeff Jarrett's manager. And we might actually offer Kid Cash a full contract if things are going well right now. So I'll have Jeff Jarrett do a promo about The Undertaker. And then we will do a match. It'll be Jeff Jarrett, who is I believe he's an upper mid-card. Not Jeff Hardy. Yeah, upper mid-carder. So let's do a lower mid-card face. Let's do Jerry Lynn. I think that would be a fun match, actually. Unless we've, not... Oh my god, I kind of want to do Jeff Hardy so bad. That's going to get annoying. Jeff Jarrett. You two fought in the past, only in a battle royal. So I really think this will be a fun match. And let's make it a good 8-minute bout with Jeff Jarrett, of course, getting the victory. We'll have him work the crowd. And we'll even have this... Nah, let's not even make it end with manager interference. We'll have it be like that. And then, how would I do this afterwards? Let's do post-match. Attack. So we're going to kind of clone this angle here. And we're going to put the attacker, which I think we all know by now it's going to be The Undertaker. And we're going to have two victims. One of them is going to be not rated. Of course, the other is none. Make sure it's on screen. We'll put it to either, even though it doesn't matter. And let's do the commentary real quick. SF2 is celebrating when 3 runs out and attacks. The 2. So we'll say team 1 and 2 attack the 2, but SF3 manages to get away. So, person 2 takes out their aggression. I think there's 2 G's in aggression. On person 1. Save. Okay. And this will pretty much be Jeff Jarrett and Kid Cash are celebrating with each other, and the Undertaker's music the lights go out, Taker's in the ring, Jarrett's able to get out of the ring, but I just realized it. Whatever, I guess it's kind of a success because he manages to get away. So, Double J and Kid Cash celebrate. Lights go dark. Taker. Fuck. Lights go dark. Taker is in the ring. Jarrett gets away. Cash doesn't. So pretty much just a quick little segment to have Taker get a little bit of revenge on Double J, but not exactly because he's still beating up on what's his face? Kid Cash. That's right. And then we will do. We have the Stone Cold thing taking place after that. Let's have guest caller commentary. It'll be Ahmed Johnson on the table, as he will be on the table for the next match, which will be a fatal 4-way to determine the #1 contender for the European Championship. So, first off, let's exclude booked. I'm not putting any of the main eventers in here. We'll put D'Lo Brown. We'll put Farouk. So I have a face and a heel. We already know who's winning this match, so we might as well just put him in. So I just need one more face, so let's just go ahead and make it faces. Possibly the Godfather. In fact, it is the Godfather. So D'Lo Brown, Rob. Keep color scheme. What the heck? Fucking A. So D'Lo Brown, RVD, Farouk, and the Godfather. It's kind of funny because more than half of these people were members of the Nation of Domination. And we'll make this a 10-minute match with Ahmed Johnson on the commentary table, with Rob Van Dam picking up the victory. We'll have the Godfather take the loss in an open, all-out match. And let's do manager interference because of Bill Alfonso. D'Lo Brown is unhappy, so we will keep D'Lo strong. There you go, D'Lo. You're looking at the real deal now. Woo woo! And that'll confirm the match between Ahmed Johnson and Rob Van Dam. Okay. Then we can do. I kind of want to do a modern. I just thought about something of how we can do the Mankind Rock thing, and we'll get to that in a second. So what we can do now is let's do something with the tag team champions. D-Generation X RU. And then we'll do, after the DX RUing thing, we'll have a Goldust promo on Owen Hart. Okay, so Goldust, Owen Hart. Nice 5-minute promo on him. And then we'll lead into the DX argument. And then let's come back from commercial break with the tag team match. That'll pit the New Age Outlaws. Where are they at? There you are. Versus possibly the Hardy Boys, actually. In fact, the Hardy Boys. We'll make this just a quick 5-minute match. Yeah, 5-minute match. Billy Gunn getting the victory. Decisive. And then we'll do, what am I trying to do? Okay. After that, we're gonna do a modern TV opening. It'll be with tags. And we'll even have it end in a brawl. It'll be Billy Gunn and Road Dogg taking a mic, talking about, pretty much airing their grievances about how pissed they are, how they lost the tag team championships to the winning combination, and demanding that they have their rematch. This leads to Ken Shamrock and Blackman coming out, and the two saying, "We have no problem kicking your ass again," yada yada yada, and leads to the two of them brawling before being separated. Alright, there we have that. And then it might be fun to do yeah, I have an idea. We'll have Ahmed Johnson doing a little hype for his RVD match. Give him about 3 minutes with that before being beaten down backstage. Kind of jumped the gun there by telling you guys that, didn't I? But yeah, that's what's happening. So we'll have beat down backstage, and it'll be Bully Ray and Dirty Devon Dudley attacking Ahmed Johnson backstage. So there we go. We have that fun. And let's add Bully and Devon to their storyline here. So let's go Bully Ray, minor role with Rob Van Dam, and Dirty Devon, who is with also Rob Van Dam. Okay. And then what I would like to do is have quick nah, it wouldn't make much sense, never mind. I was gonna say a quick like Vader squash match, but because what I wanna do is we're gonna have a modern TV opening with Mankind coming out talking about how he finally overcame, Vader, all that, not Vader. Well, yeah, Vader is what I was talking about. He finally overcame Vader. I meant more not Vader when I typed him in. Overcome Vader, blah, blah, blah. And he gets interrupted by The Rock. Rock, talking about how Mankind is just pretty much garbage, blah, blah, blah. And all that fun stuff. The start of a rivalry there, how he talks about how he just plain doesn't like him. And then we'll have a Kane squash match. So Kane will squash, not a main eventer, that's for sure. Let's do Kane squashing Teddy Hart. Well, no, someone that can hold his own against him for like a couple of minutes. So let's do Kane versus Christopher Daniels for 5 minutes. Was that the? Okay. Kane, decisive, and we're gonna give this a 6th minute. And that will be the show. So let's just look at the analysis real quick. I want to see if there's anybody else I wanted to get on the card. Possibly Owen Hart. So we might do Owen versus Vader with Goldust distracting him. And probably going to build some momentum for some people as well. So let's go ahead and do Owen and Vader. Owen Hart, Vader. Have them go at it for 13 minutes on the pre-show. We even have the Intercontinental Championship on the line, with Vader getting the victory. And an open, all-out match. It's going to be a cheap win. DQ finish. Outside interference. Owen Hart and Goldust. So we'll do that. And I know I want to get the King some momentum, so let's put them over. So the Kings will go over. What are the Kings, by the way? Okay, so one of them's a mid-carder, so I can I can justifiably put them over the Headbangers. What's a mid-card match, you guys? 8 minutes. Perfect. Pre-show. And let's have Mark Miro, I guess, get the victory. An open bout, and we'll have a manager interference. And anybody else I would like to use? Let's see. You know what? No. I think that's it, unless I want to like have someone just beat the Ultimate Warrior. But I don't think there is anybody. So I think that's going to be fine. Welcome to those nerds and geeks who looked in the description. By the way, that is my new way of doing things. I'm no longer going to be doing annotations. Check in the descriptions. The time should be there. You should just be able to click on the time, and it should take you right to it, just kind of like the annotation. Either way, thank you for checking out. And let's run this show. I'm really happy with the show. I think it's going to be a great show. Let's see how we do. The Raw after Unforgiven. We are being held in front of a good crowd tonight, 14,010 people, in the OK Rose Garden. I'm assuming that's Oklahoma. This is our pre-show. We start off the night with the Kings taking on the Headbangers. Solid in reaction, but not much weighing heat. The Kings defeating the Headbangers when Mark Miro defeated Thrasher with the Shooting Star Press after Sable interfered. Miro's improving in performance, and Thrasher's improving in Rumble. And our main event for the pre-show gets a 67C+. Featured great action and a good crowd. Vader defeating Owen Hart by disqualification. We had, after Goldust ran in and attacked, is how I wanted to go down. I don't know why I didn't do that. But there's that. Swore I made it for the Intercontinental Championship. So we start off the night with a 69C+. Mr. McMahon out in the front of the crowd talking about how D-Generation X did indeed lose at Unforgiven, but Stone Cold Steve Austin cheated the win. He watched it with his own eyes, so has decided to, at the next pay-per-view, Over the Edge, to rebook the same main event and have Stone Cold Steve Austin defend his WWF Championship against both Shawn Michaels and Triple H of the D-Generation X. This led to Gorilla Monsoon coming out to the ring. Monsoon informing Mr. McMahon that the board does not agree with his decision and has ruled against it. Therefore, at Over the Edge, it will not be a handicap match like Mr. McMahon is saying so. I know I didn't mention that before, but I meant to say that it was supposed to be a handicap match with whoever pinning Austin getting the title. But Monsoon informs McMahon that it will not be a handicap match like he wants, and instead that he can only give one person a title shot, that being either Shawn Michaels or Triple H, and that those two would have to face each other tonight to earn that title match. So that leads up to our main event tonight. Gorilla Monsoon did not do well at all in this angle. Did not follow the script well. Looked dreadful in this segment, thanks to Mr. McMahon. Alrighty though, Shawn Michaels did a masterful job improvising, and so did Triple H. And Michaels came across well, as did Triple H, so that's good. And that builds towards our main event later tonight. And that gets a 73B-, the announcement. We see Jeff Jarrett coming down to the ring. And then we come back from our commercial break. Why is it not going? Oh. Did I accidentally? I might have went forward and not seen what I did book because it was like the same thing, but that might have been what I skipped over. Um, there was a promo before this match, pretty much. I could have swore it would have shown the Undertaker though. Well, there was supposed to be a promo before this match of Jeff Jarrett pretty much bragging about, um, beating the Undertaker. But then we have our opening bout, which is between Double J and Jerry Lynn. Some good action, but not much weighing heat. Jarrett defeating Lynn by submission with a figure 4. No skill improvements to improve on, but a good opening bout. And then we have Kid Cash and Double J celebrating the victory, which leads to the Undertaker coming out and attacking the two. Jarrett gets away, but Kid Cash does get the brunt of the damage. So Taker does get his revenge. Great fucking rating there with a 79B, may I add. And then Steve Austin getting us a 78B on his promo, practically making fun of the fact that Triple H and Shawn Michaels have to face each other tonight. Good thing going on tonight. Ahmed Johnson coming down to the commentary table to do, commentary. And then we get a 56C-, some good action, but not much weighing heat. Rob Van Dam defeating D'Lo Brown, Farouk, and the Godfather when RVD defeated Godfather by pinfall with the frog splash after the coach interfered. And Jim Ross and Ahmed Johnson working extremely well at the announcer's table. That is awesome. Wow. Not going to lie. That is pretty awesome, actually. So Over the Edge's first match has been booked. We now know that at Over the Edge we will see Rob Van Dam challenge Ahmed Johnson for the European Championship. And we also have some improvements here. D'Lo's improving in performance. Farouk is also improving in performance. And the Godfather's improving in technical. We then have a backstage promo on Goldust cutting a promo on Owen Hart. Then we see D-Generation X arguing with each other backstage. Gets a 78B. This creating further tension between the two. What do we have after this? Oh wow, this did not do that well. Despite both teams. But it's mainly because they're jokes. So an extremely short match, the Outlaws defeating the Hardy Boys when Gunn defeated Matt Hardy with the pile driver. And both teams had great chemistry teaming with each other. This then leads to the New Age Outlaws airing their grievances about how they lost the tag team championships. And it leads to the winning combinations, the new tag team champions, Ken Shamrock and Steve Blackman, coming to the ring, saying that they have no problem duking it out with them one more time. In fact, let's do it tonight. And this leads to the two teams battling it out before, road agents and everyone coming out to clear the ring. Oh, and that does confirm our second match for Over the Edge. The final match between the two might do something special here, so we might change this later on. But the final match between the two teams, hopefully I can do it and I'm not overlooking, but I'm almost positive I can. The winning combination versus the New Age Outlaws. And then Ahmed Johnson cutting a promo on Rob Van Dam. This leads to him getting attacked backstage by Bully Ray and Dirty Devon. Then we have a back and forth back and forth angle between Mankind and The Rock. Mankind comes out to pretty much talk about how he finally overcame Vader after years and years of having that demon on his shoulder. He's finally overcame him. This leads to The Rock coming out saying, wah, 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 talking about how Mankind's just a pity party. He can't stand him and he just wants him out of the WWE and or WWF and all that. So, starting the angle between these two. We then lead into our semi-main event with a bout that had soldering action but not much weighing heat. Kane defeating Christopher Daniels with a flying clothesline. Jesus, Kane. Got a 54C- here. The performance of Kane stood out as being good, so definitely a good option. We'll go with Chris Daniels, I think, here. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin coming down to the commentary table to do ringside. And our main event of the night gets a 75B-. I don't think this might have been the best match. Actually, I think it was. In a bout that featured great action and a good crowd, Triple H defeating Shawn Michaels with the pedigree after China interfered. So this confirms that at Over the Edge, we will see Stone Cold Steve Austin defend his WWF Championship against Triple H. So we have 3 matches confirmed for the pay-per-view already. And all in all, what does that do for us? It increases our popularity in 11 regions. Yes, it does. That's always fun. I really, I thought that was a fun show. I really enjoyed that show, actually. I think it went really well. If I was a real show, I would have enjoyed watching it. A lot of the angles went really well. I was surprised. A lot of average, not average, but like C's, which I was happy to see, so that's cool. And New Japan releasing Jinchu Tenru. So let's see what Nitro. Nitro star was Ric Flair. We drew a lot of praise. Hulk Hogan might be injured, which may or may not be a bad thing. He dislikes his first match with a new promotion. Well, good thing this isn't a new promotion to him. So Nitro does an 83B+. Of course they do. To our 75B-. What are they? Ric Flair versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Get over yourself. I had Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. Whatever. I ain't gonna be too mad at it. So we did go down, though. That does suck. We went down on J Sports, but we went up on TSN, which I'm assuming is good. But we did go down on USA, which is our main people. So, let's look at storylines before we end this episode off. So, this did start off pretty good, I'm assuming, with that pretty good match. But with the angles, it did bring it down a little bit. So, this may not be the best storyline, but honestly, it is serving more to put over Rob Van Dam than it is Ahmed Johnson. We'll probably have Johnson go over the first couple times, but it might end with RVD getting the title. Haven't decided yet. This is going really well. Jeff Jarrett is probably going to get a pretty big push from this. I'm not too excited about where this is going, but I needed something for both of them, and I thought this would be the right way to go. I didn't start this, even though I wanted to, but we'll have to start it next week. We pushed this along a little bit as well. This is doing well. I think this is actually doing better, yeah. And this is going on to its final part. So I think that's about it for me, Nerds and Geeks. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor. Leave me a comment, like, and subscribe if you have not already. As always, my name's been OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. And I will see you, Nerds and Geeks, for Shotgun Saturday Night. So until then, have a wonderful